Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss the English opening with you guys. So generally the English opening starts with the pawn moves c4. First we will be looking at the English opening symmetrical queenside play. Black will play c5, knight to c3, knight to c6, g3, g6 to flank the light squared bishop and the dark squared bishop. We play bishop g2, bishop g7 from black, knight to f3, and knight to f6. So the English opening symmetrical queenside play, this is the setup. Here white plays d4, strikes in the center. We have captures and captures. So this is all standard stuff in the English opening symmetrical play. Black castles, white two castles, and we have d6. We have queen to d3 and a6. So this opening is played on grandmaster level, but the symmetrical queenside play isn't that popular, but I decided to show as it adds a very good defense for white. We have bishop to f4 and bishop to f5 attacking the queen. We can then move the queen to d2 or to e3. So that's the symmetrical queenside play. Going back, we're going to look at another variation, which is the English opening symmetrical hedgehog. So it goes as follows. We have c4, c5, knight to f3, knight to f6, g3, b6. Black plays b6 to counter a strong light squared bishop from that diagonal. So we have bishop to g2, bishop b7, and white castles. We have e6, preparing to develop the dark squared bishop to here. We have knight to c3, bishop to e7, and bishop to e7 and rook e1. We have castles from black and e4 striking in the center. We have d6 controlling these squares now from black. We have d4 now having a massive center. We have c takes d4 and knight takes d4. So this is the symmetrical hedgehog. White has some advantages here. White has the center. White's king is safe. He has a strong light squared bishop. So going back, another variation you can see from black after we play c4 is the body minix system. This is a common reply to c4 from black. So we'll see how that goes. We have c4, e5, knight to c3, knight to c6, g3, g6, bishop g2, bishop g7. Now flanking the bishops on a good square, not that, sorry. Now we have e4 striking in the center, now controlling these squares. We have d6 supporting that pawn a little, also preparing to develop the light squared bishop. We have knight g to e2, not now, developing the knight in order to castle. and also not to block this bishop completely. We have knight g to e7. Now black also prepares to castle. We play d3, now strengthening the center, like that. We have castles from black, castles from white, and bishop to e6, developing that light square bishop to a nice diagonal. We have knight to d5. Usually white waits for this bishop to e6 move so that we can play knight to d5. Going back, if we had simply played knight to d5, let's say black plays something like queen d7, we play knight to d5, black can simply capture, and then black can get his knight to a strong square like f5. So we wait for black to play this bishop to e6 move, so we can play knight to d5. Now black cannot capture with his knight because after captures we gave a double attack to his pieces. And also if bishop captures, then white will have an advantage because white has the bishop pair to counter black's knight pair. Going back, we have queen to d7. The bottom system setup goes like this. We have bishop to e3 from white, developing that bishop to a nice diagonal. We have f5, now striking in the center and also opening this f-file for the rook. We have queen to d2 and rook f7. Now black is preparing to double up his rooks on the f-file. We have f3, strengthening the center a bit more if f takes on e4 ever comes. We have rook a to f8, now doubling up rooks as we discussed, and rook a to e1. This is the bottom minix system. White and black both have a good setup, and this should be a good game for black and also white. So as you can see, c4 is a pretty complicated opening, but it's best to try it in your games as sometimes it gives you a great advantage and also you'll have a very good setup. I would prefer to play the English opening from white as it's one of my favorite openings. So that's it guys for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to this video, and also feel free to share this video among your friends. And also, if you like the English opening, you can try it out in one of your games and see how it goes.